Okay, good day everyone. It's Total Investor here, everyone's favorite YouTube investment channel. This is the channel where we like to discuss and review trading and investment opportunities in the market, including commodities, cryptocurrencies, and stocks. Now, the disclaimer, of course, is everything I say today and always is to be considered as educational and should not be considered as financial advice, as I am not your financial advisor. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, please, for your own benefit, subscribe to this channel. Just go down to the bottom, click on the red subscribe button, and YouTube will notify you every time there is a new video. That will help you to find the topics and the videos that when they come out, because they don't come out on a regular basis. Okay, so please do that. And of course, anytime you like what I have to say, please give it a big thumbs up. Today I found an opportunity in energy, specifically crude oil. Okay, I know I've discussed this in the past. I'm going to review it again. I think there's something going on here. I have here, this is the September 2021 contract, and it's a 3-year contract. Obviously, we see what happened here. This is a very special situation. It doesn't happen. I don't expect it to happen again. Basically, crude went negative down to minus 40. We can just ignore that for now. It has basically been in an up move since then, so well over a year, and it has gone from minus 40 to plus, I believe the high was something like 75, 76. Okay, we can see here as it's made one top. This is back in, I believe it's in about March or April. Okay, pulled back a little bit, then made another top. But up here where the RSI is, high, another high. However, the highs are lower on the RSI than they are on the stocks. In other words, we have a bearish divergence. Okay, that is a warning sign. It doesn't mean sell. However, there could be a sell coming up very, very soon. It's just a warning for now. Okay, we're still on top of the moving average. The short term, quite a ways away from the longer term moving average, so still bullish. And again, the DIs are still bullish. They've been bullish since in the upper 40s. Now again, this is the longer term chart, 3 years out. It takes time for the indicators to move, turn, and give the appropriate signal. So they're a lot slower. Okay, so let's move into the shorter term, and this is the 6-month chart in the crude. Okay, as it has moved up along with both moving averages, I've got this is a 10-day and a 50-day, both sloping upwards. It is now currently below the 10-day, although still above the 50-day. What we see is what looks could be a slowly rounding top here in the crude oil over the past couple of weeks. Okay, and we have a strong bottom or support at around the 70 level. Okay, as it has moved up, the price, look at what has happened with the RSI. It has come down, and just a couple of days ago, it actually broke below 50. That's a warning sign. It's trading below the short-term moving average. That's a warning sign. We may see a strong support here. We'll see then on, what happens tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. Hopefully that will hold. If not, could be down to like 66 area where we had previous resistance, which should be support. Again, a couple of days ago, look what happened to the DIs. They crossed into negative. So it's starting to look more and more negative today. In the overnight market, crude was down about $1 just before I took this snapshot of the chart. Okay, so warning signs in the crude oil market. What does that mean for stocks? Let's look at the XOP. This was something that I brought to your attention at I believe it was 44.45, and it jumped all the way up to, I believe it was 100. Okay, that's because it broke the downtrend line, found some support, the DIs had crossed to bullish, and same with the RSI. So I brought it to your attention, and you could have at least doubled your money, possibly more. Again, that's if you took it. Again, it was never a recommendation. I don't make recommendations, but I do bring it to your attention. What you do with it is entirely up to you. Okay, so what do we see now? Again, this is very similar to what we had in the crude oil. We had a high, pullback, and another high. Okay, but look at the RSI. High, a high. However, the second high was lower than the initial one, which is the exact opposite of the stocks, the XOP. Okay, this is the S&P Oil and Gas Exploration Production Spider, XOP. Okay, so when we have this kind of a divergence, this is bearish. It's a bearish warning signal. Okay, and what happened? Well, on the weekly, which is what this is, because it's a 3-year chart on the XOP, look at the RSI, 49.51. On Friday, it closed below 50. Okay, that's a bearish signal. We also are below the short-term moving average, but above the intermediate-term moving average. Here, the ADX, the black line, peaked on the first high, and then drifted lower. So that was a warning signal. Here, what do we see? We've got the DIs crossing into bearish. So on the intermediate term, this is spelling trouble for XOP, the stock. Okay, so if I were in and getting in at when I first brought it to your attention, I would be looking to get out of this right now. Let's look at this on a shorter term basis. In this case, 6 months. Okay, XOP 6-month chart. And again, oh, by the way, if the chart looks a little funny, it's just because I'm using they're not Japanese candles. They're the I can't even remember what it was called, but it's a different looking chart. It just makes it a little bit easier to see whether it's bullish or bearish. Okay, think of it as green is bullish, red is bearish. So you see a lot of green here, a lot of red, a lot of green, a lot of red. It helps you out to determine whether it's bullish or bearish. Okay, it just simplifies everything, makes it a lot easier on the eyes. Okay, what happened? This was the initial high, pulled back, and this was the second high that I was talking about. It hit resistance at around $100, 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, and look what happened here on the RSI. Kept on falling, until we broke 50. This was even last week, although it broke 50 on the daily, but it broke 50 on the weekly just this Friday, at the end of Friday. Okay. Okay, so that was our warning. Short term, we have a warning right here because it broke the previous high, which was 90. Okay, and the two moving averages have crossed. 10-day, 50-day have crossed, moving down, and the stock is below that. Okay, plus the DIs have crossed into negative. So this is all negative. It was a sell. Okay, so again, this is very similar to what many other oil and gas stocks have been doing. They have not been performing very well in the last couple of weeks. And, who knows how long this is going to be going on. But for those who got in, when I brought the XOP initially to your attention, decent money. You can't complain about a double for an ETF, okay? Phenomenal returns in a short period of time. You could have probably made a lot more in the penny stocks or the junior oil and gas sector, but a lot more risk, okay? So what I would do is, again, liquidate, take my profits. Of course, I can always get back in. That's not an issue, especially for something like this that trades, 10 million shares a day. Not a big deal. But be happy with your profits. Take your profits. That's the whole point in getting in. Buy low, sell high, get out, find another opportunity, and just wait for the next time to get back in the oil and gas when the indicators and the prices turn again. Okay, so that is it for this particular video. If you have any comments on the oil and gas sector, on oil and gas stocks, on crude oil, or even on other stocks and commodities, let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to hear you. And please give it a big thumbs up. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.